Alright everyone, hello and welcome. So, tip number 4. I think this is probably the most crucial tip. Well, it's more like advice, recommendation, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but I can't stress it enough. I think this is probably the most important for new players, maybe intermediate players, maybe they've been playing a while. It's doing shuttle missions all the time. You want to chain them. I mean, as soon as you finish, 4 shuttle missions. Well, I have 4 shuttle bays, so I can do 4 at a time. As soon as they come in, do them again. The only time you probably won't be running a mission or shuttle mission, is events, and that's because you need the characters, your highest level characters, to do certain events. The event that's going on right now is a convergence event. You can probably actually do shuttle missions in parallel with the event. But it depends on you and how many crew you have. So what I'm going to go over is to why it's very important to get the shuttle missions. It's not only getting the items you get, the very rares, the certain items you can only get through shuttle missions, but I think most importantly, it's getting the training manuals you get from doing the shuttle missions. The better your faction is with a certain, the better your faction progression is with a certain faction or group, like the Klingons or whatever, the more things you're going to have access to in the faction store, and also you'll get better rewards in terms of manuals. So when you start the game, you're despised or hated or whatnot, the manuals you get from doing the missions are very low, but the higher you go and the more faction you get, the better manuals you end up getting, and eventually most of all of them will give you the dynamic officer training, the legendary status one. The only exception one is, I believe, the Federation. I have Federation at max faction level, and it's still giving me these super rare ones, which I guess they offset it because they give you so many transmissions through the week or through the month from the daily that they don't want to give you that much stuff, I guess. All right, so basically, you want to do these nonstop. Why? Well, on top of what I just said, it's because your biggest bottleneck when you have a lot of crew or whatnot is experience. It's no longer the items. The items, to me, I can get them no problem. Now with replicator rations and everything, you can create things that you need. I mean, like stuff like, well, that's a bad example because that's really easy to get. But everything you can pretty much get, you can just replicate or just farm something. It's not a big deal. The thing that's most time consuming, in my experience and in my opinion, is getting these characters leveled up. Now, what I like to do also is I actually like to do the manual missions. I don't really like to warp them, especially if they're space battle missions, because you get more experience back if you actually do the mission itself than just warping it. Now, if you don't have access to warping, well, that's a moot point. You'll have to do the mission anyway. But like for example, here's a lot of my characters. They're all stuck below 100, and they have all the items they need. Like she has all the Bajoran ring earring. She has all this other stuff. The type 3 phaser. The only thing I need is dump manuals into her to get her to 100. Now, when you get to 90, one of these epic or legendary manuals is like a drop in the bucket. They're like as 2, 3, 4. So you can get the picture there. Sometimes I do like to have them at like 98, 99, because when you still use them, you want to get them some experience. If you get them at 100 right away and you're actually going to keep using them, then there is an opportunity cost of not using a character that can use experience, because if it's already 100, then you're just losing experience that you could have given to another character if you used another character. So I keep them like at 90, 91, unless it's very imperative that I get them to 100 for whatever reason. But right now I'm not doing any high-end missions, so I don't need these guys to be like at 1,000. I think the ones I have probably don't even get close to 800 or 900. The only way to get those is through the legendary characters. All right, so as you can tell, like a lot of these characters, I'm just waiting to get them experience, and a lot of them, it's taking me a while to get these characters up. I've been focusing on certain characters. Obviously, the 4-star characters that you have, Tuvix, probably one of the rarest characters you can get. He's very difficult to get because it's a combination of a 3-star Tuvok or Neelix with a 1-star Tuvok or Neelix. So I have him at 3-star. I need to get him one more, and that'll be kind of cool getting him. He, as far as I know, he has the most traits in the game. So you can tell he's Federation, Vulcan, Starfleet, Telepath, Talaxian, Myelin. And a lot of that stuff comes into play when you're doing certain missions, and they give you a good probability of proccing something with him. So that is my number one recommendation that I can think of, is get these shuttle missions in order, non-stop. So yeah, I'm kind of rambling on now, but yeah, do the shuttle missions, get them on point, get them, use the boosters. Obviously, if you can afford them to do a shuttle mission. Also, before you go to sleep, I highly recommend, this is what I do, is if you're gonna do a shuttle mission, for example, let's send this guy out. Let's say it's like, I don't know, 10 at night. You're about to go to sleep. You got to wake up at 8. Gonna go to work and whatnot. Use one of these boosters that actually increase the reward. Oh, you get twice the reward. However, it increases the rate of the mission to 3 hours to 9 hours. So by the time you wake up, you take a shower, you get ready, eat breakfast, and you're on the way to work, you can have this pretty much done, and you'll have double the rewards. Now, the difference between this one and like a 3-star or even a 4-star here or 5-star is, the only difference is that these, the more stars, the higher they give you of a chance of success. That's the only difference. It's still at 9 hours. So if you don't have any of these 5 stars, don't worry about it. Just use one of these normal ones. At 81%, that's pretty good chances in my opinion. I typically like to have them about anywhere from 75 to 80% for sure, minimum. If I'm getting too low below that, then I'll start using boosters or whatnot. So you can also, use some of these boosters, but that's only 3 hours. So that's not really a good idea if you're gonna go to sleep and because by the time you wake up, you could have had twice the reward from the double reward here package. And these are quite common. You can get them from the challenges, and you can get them from you can get a pretty good chance of getting good ones from the store, where you just pay, I don't know what it is, like 15,000 credits or something, or 45,000 credits. I don't remember, but it's a good chance. Now, like I said, sometimes you don't want to do these during the events because you actually need these, but during this event, I have the characters that give you a bonus, and none of these provide that bonus, so I can go ahead and throw them in. In this case, I'll throw in, see, I don't have anything. I would have thrown in like a no-star security booster, since it's crap anyway. But I don't have any of those, so I'll just go ahead and send them over. Yeah, so also you need to kind of coordinate your future perspectives in terms of which missions you want to run. For example, if you're gonna level up the new quarks that came up with the new convergence event, then you'll probably want to do a lot of Ferengi, the traditionalist, and the other one, the traditionalist, and what was the other one? One's like the quark one, and the other one's like the ROM, or the alliance. Yeah. So run 2 of the alliance and 2 of the traditionalists, and hopefully you'll get some good stuff from there. Or if you only have 2 shuttle bases, just do 1 and 1. but coordinate your what you're gonna need for whatever character you're looking into leveling up. So like I said, Quark, I would run in those. Now if I was running Neelix, I have the Neelix where he's actually a Klingon or a Ferengi, so I run those anyway. Any Cardassian, Dukat, or any other Dominion, a lot of them use Cardassian and actual Dominion shuttle missions. Obviously, if you're doing Romulan type of operatives, then you want to do Romulan Star, sometimes augments as well. So look into what their traits are, and you kind of get an idea of where they're gonna land and everything. Like obviously Chakotay, Maquis, maybe even Villana Torres when she's on Maquis too. Also look at the type of crew they are. Because I have them some like some really crazy combinations like Klingon Dukat or something that might have a little bit of Cardassian and Klingon. So look into that. That is, I think, is very important that you just run the shuttle missions nonstop. I think it's even more important than actually doing some events, because some events don't really give you great characters. It's just they're coming up with so many new characters. They're doing it on purpose. Obviously, they want you to spend money so you can, get your available crew slots higher, and they're just giving you a shit ton of new characters that they know you're not going to be able to collect. Look at all these 1-star, very rare characters I have, and so yeah, so that's how they nickel and dime you in this game. So give that a try. Do the shuttle missions nonstop. I would really, really recommend that, and you'll see how quickly you can get these characters to 100. Send them over to the cryostasis so that you can stay on par with the new characters that might be coming out or whatnot. So as soon as you get them a 3-star, 4-star, get them up to 100 if you can, and send them over to the cryostasis, and welcome the new crews that you might be able to attain from the events or from the double wheel if you're that lucky. I've never been that lucky. I think I can actually spin one right now. Yeah, it's half off right now. That might be the only time it's worth getting or spending dilithium in this game for this, but I tend to have really bad luck, so I don't really mess with dilithium on the double wheel. Yeah, look at that shit. Yeah, I've seen people spend quite a lot of dilithium on here, and all they manage to get is the bottom row and the middle row. They don't get anything from the top row. So there you go. There you have it. I wouldn't recommend doing that. And let's claim this. Let's actually see what I get from this Q's choice here. A lot of people have been complaining that it's been crap. Let's see. Alright, well, let's see what I get. Oh, I already have her. Shit. Well, I have her already. Well, at least I'm going to get training manuals from this because I already have all of those. I think I have her. I have him. Yep, it looks like I got nothing but training manuals because I have them all already. So what's going to happen is I'm going to end up having to... oh, crap. It crashed on me. All right, well, it crashed on me, but I'll probably have to end up leaving or airlocking those characters, and now I'll take the training manuals. That's fine. It's just unfortunate that I wasn't able to get a very rare character that I could use and upgrade. But anyway, hopefully this will help you, and a little tip, advice here and there, and everything. But yeah, shuttle missions, get them done.